YouTube, welcome back to my channel, man. I've been gone for about a week. I have had the best time of my life this past week, man. It was much needed. I'm fired up, I'm energized, I'm ready to keep dropping some content, but I want to share with you guys, this part of my life, man, my family, and this new tradition that we're doing. And part of it is because, you guys, this channel is about showing the world barbering and, an inside look at it, but also inspiring barbers and elevating barbers through content and information and education and even the products that we've launched. But I also keep it real with you guys, and I want to show you guys barbering is supposed to be a platform for us to create the life that we want, a good life. And I think that part of having a good life is creating memories and experiences. And this may sound morbid, but thinking at the end of your life what you would want your life to have been like. You don't want to be that person in their deathbed talking about all the things they regret not doing, or looking at life half glass empty, right? Like, there's always going to be issues in your life. You're always going to have some regrets, right? Even though people say they had no regrets, deep down you're always going to be like, I wish I could have done that a little bit better, right? For me, I just want to live life with intent, man. And so this Christmas, we surprised our kids. They had no idea. We opened our gifts at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and their last gift were tickets to go to Colorado. They didn't know we were going to Colorado, but it was a blast, man. What we're going to start doing, man, is we're going to still get gifts, but we're not going to go crazy on gifts like we usually do. And we're going to spend that money on traveling, on creating memories, on seeing more of the world and people and cultures. And my sister came with me, with my brother-in-law, my niece, and my nephew, and we're gonna start this tradition. So we get in the car, man. We go to the airport. We had to go through Orlando because it was the only airport that had a nonstop flight. And the flight was a long flight. I think it was like 4 hours. It's a pretty long flight, but it's worth it. Once we got to Denver, Colorado, we got into a minivan that we rented from a Vail. It was like $400. It didn't really cost that much, considering the season. Christmas to New Year's is like the busiest seasons in the Rocky Mountains. We got a pretty good deal. The minivan had bald tires, and if you know about driving in weather like what you see in the mountains, or even in the mountains, having bald tires, a front wheel drive car, is a bad idea, and I learned it the hard way. When we were first driving to the resort, everything was cool because the grounds were good, but once we got into like the smaller towns where there wasn't like salt on the roads and constant plowing, it was scary. It was scary as hell. But anyways, we got to the resort, man, finally, after that long drive. It wasn't a bad drive because it's such a scenic drive. Man, look at the scenery. Like, such a scenic drive. The mountains, you got the mountains with no snow, but then you got the snow mountains, and then you got the mines, like the old mine towns. And I definitely wanted to go visit it, and I do go visit the little mine towns towards the end of this trip on the way back to Denver. I definitely recommend that. Go do that. Go visit these little mine towns. It's incredible. Just wow. That was the scenic drive. Gorgeous, as you can see. We get to the hotel, and we're staying at the Grand Hyatt Vail. The Grand Hyatt Vail was about $1,400 a night. Some people got it for like $750 a night, depending on where you booked it. I got it for free because I used my points, my credit card points. And the credit card points were nowhere near the cost of how much that hotel cost. And the hotel definitely you were paying a premium because from Christmas to New Year's, it's like the busiest time of the year. The customer service was just impeccable. First of all, when you pull into the resort, it's a gorgeous resort. We pull up, valet lets us out of our car, and once we get into the resort, we get free champagne, and you could just tell there was a lot of families there. It was a vibe. This is the first hotel that I see that people actually use all the amenities, like the lobby, the seating. There was live music going. The bar was lit. It was just a really nice vibe. And you could buy bottles of Moet, like little personal bottles of Moet from the vending machine for $35. They had pop-up sushi. They had like a guy who was doing caricatures, drawings for free. They had a gaming room that had Xbox Series X's, PlayStation 5s, all kinds of stuff. And there was a ski lift on site and a ski shop on site as well. It was a one-stop shop, just a resort. Right? It was a resort. So we go upstairs, we drop off our bags, man, and we immediately come back downstairs because we had booked reservations for a restaurant in Vail Village. So we were all bundled up. We're Florida people, man. We don't know nothing about this snow stuff, man. We did research, we asked around, and we were surprisingly really prepared. So we were pretty warm. The gloves, you gotta have gloves, you gotta wear face masks there, but I definitely recommend layers. I definitely recommend the long john little pants and the shirts or whatever, and then layer it up. and you'll be good. So we go to Vail Village. There's 2 villages that are nearby. You could walk to, was it Longboat or Long Key or something like that village, and then the next one after that, which is like a mile and a half away or 2 miles away, was Vail Village. So the first place we went to was Vail Village because it had Vail in it. We thought it'd be better. Went to Vail Village, and we had reservations to this Mexican restaurant. Wasn't the best Mexican restaurant in the world, but we made the mistake of not booking anything till like the day of, because we're from Florida and we're stupid. It was a good experience. The customer service was great. The drinks were really, really good, and the food was okay. But beggars couldn't be choosers. So either way, we were happy. We explored Vail Village a little bit. You can see it was a pretty dope town. Really, really cool. And then we actually didn't take a minivan there, our van that we rented there. We took the shuttle there because it comes every 15 minutes. And then we took the shuttle back home. And that was really, really convenient the first day. And just so y'all know, man, Colorado is super expensive. Vail is super expensive. I really don't know how to do it any cheaper than I did it. I thought I got a good price on the flights. We paid like $1,100 for the family. I thought we got a good price on the rental car. We paid $400 for that. And I thought we paid a good price for the resort because we paid $0 for that. We used points for that. What I didn't know is that the ski lift tickets during this season were going to be anywhere from $150 to $250 a day per person. Family of 4, that's pretty expensive. But then you got to rent your ski equipment. That's about $50 to $70, $40 to $70 per person. Then if you've never skied before, you need skiing lessons. Guys, very expensive. Thousands of dollars for those ski lessons. It's an expensive trip. So we were going to do the skiing, and what we did find out is that a lot of people that work at the restaurants actually give ski lessons on the side as well. And so we got a really good deal for about $1,200 to do skiing lessons for the entire family. 2 families. So 8 people, $1,200. That was the best deal we could find. We didn't do it though. We still didn't do it because my nieces and nephews and my kids, I just felt they were going to be super scared going up those ski lifts. I just felt like it was going to be a lot more chaotic than they need. And they were enjoying playing in the snow. They were enjoying the scenery. They were enjoying the resort so much. Let's just have fun. Let's just keep our peace. So I've been skiing personally, and we'll do it in the future. We didn't need to do it. When we got there, we decided last minute again to start calling around, getting reservations to stuff. We wanted to do dog sledding, but dog sledding wasn't available because there wasn't enough snow. The day we got there, though, like a light blizzard or something hit because it was crazy snow everywhere. We did get to book snowmobiling, and we did get to book what they call a yurt, which is kind of like a private like globe almost, with fire pits and drinks and heated. It was really, really nice. We did the yurt first. We reserved that. That was $400 for the entire family. So 8 people, $400. You get 2 fire pits. You get champagne. You get s'mores. You get ice skating. We thought that was gonna be a blast. Our own private area. And we wouldn't have to be in the cold. Because that little blizzard hit, unfortunately, the ice skating rink got filled with snow. So the kids couldn't ice skate. They were out of s'more sticks. But they did give us 2 bottles of Moet instead of 1, and we did make the best of it because right next to that yurt was this huge hill. So we went to Walmart. There's like a Walmart like a mile and a half away, and we got them sleds. And I gotta tell you guys, that was one of the best moments of the entire trip. The kids were having a blast. My son, born and raised in Florida, he might have been born to live in the snow. Because when I tell you, he did not want to leave the snow, and he stayed outside of the yurt the entire time because he was having so much fun in that snow. Like, I got footage where I'm just kind of recording him. It was a great moment for me, man. As a dad, as a parent, I would think most parents, most dads, there's some bums out there, but it's the best feeling in the world to provide that for your kids, for your son, for your daughter, right? That passion for something, that love for something, and that discovery of something new that he enjoyed so much, that made the trip for me. And it was such a blast, man. The yurt was amazing. The customer service was great. We did have like snacks. They gave us like a cheese board. The hot chocolate out there is crazy. The coffee shops out there, crazy. I got a spiked hot chocolate. All the adults got spiked hot chocolate, and then the kids got their hot chocolate as well. And so that was like the first 2 days we were there. We were there 4 days total. But I think we'll end the vlog here because The next 2 days we did snowmobiling. We were gonna do skiing, but we didn't. And then we explored the mine towns and we went to Denver, downtown Denver. We had a blast out there. But I want to end the vlog here. We'll do a second part if you guys want to check that out tomorrow. And I just want to tell you guys and really hopefully encourage you guys to not make the same mistake that I made, you know, the last 12 years, 11 years of my career. I've been barbering 11 years and I've been so focused in working and building businesses, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. But I used to think that if I didn't work all the time, if I didn't work hard, if I didn't hustle, no sleep, team no sleep, like if I wasn't that guy, right, I wouldn't be able to accomplish the things that I wanted to accomplish, not realizing what I want to accomplish is a good life. It's fulfillment, is love, is happiness, is feelings that you can't really translate into words. I want a life full of that. In order to do that, you know, your hustle, your job, your profession is supposed to feed that. It's supposed to be a platform for that. And I work my ass off. I work hard, and I would encourage everybody to work their asses off for a purpose. And there's different purposes, right? There's different whys, there's different missions, and you're going to have a life full of a bunch of them, but you're also going to have an ultimate one that takes priority over all of that. And that is to live a good life full of those feelings that we talked about. And so for me, my family creates that for me, my loved ones, my friends, memories, experiences, discovering new things. Because how I grew up, man, it was almost a good thing to be so humble that you don't need nothing. You don't want for nothing, right? You appreciate everything, and you don't want to be rich. That's, you know, money's evil, all that stuff. And you don't need fancy things. People who have fancy things, they're just show offs. And then you meet people with fancy things and they actually genuinely have a passion for it. Like, there's people who have regular jobs and they love designer purses, spend all their money on it. That's because that's their passion. Some people eating food and they spend all their money at restaurants and eating out and trying new foods. People do it with traveling. Some people do it with sneakers, whatever, right? If you want something, you'll find out how to do it. And I think that's what I'm ultimately trying to say. You don't have to have money to travel, create experiences, and you don't have to take away from your business to do it either. I really think that unplugging once a quarter is actually healthy for your business. It keeps you mentally healthy. It keeps you happy, and ultimately it gives you the brain power and the motivation and the inspiration to continue to level up. Because if you just work, there's a thing called being burned out. But if you can once a quarter do something like this, ultimately it's actually better for your work. It's actually better for your job, and it ultimately moves you faster to where you're trying to get to in life, whatever success means to you, right? And so where there's a will, there is a way. And for me, it's through understanding the travel game, understanding how the point systems work, how you can get your points to work harder for you, and how to make points, doing the things how to earn points, travel points, doing the things you already do, not living above your means, working hard. But then when it's time to unplug, once a quarter, that's my goal, once a quarter. When it's time to unplug, I can unplug and I can have the best vacations in the nicest resorts, the top of the top experiences, not have to worry a budget like I used to have. Bro, I remember I used to go on vacation with like a few $100s in my bank account. I used to make that thing stretch. No excursions, boy, no excursions. Cruise, let's get it, all you can eat. We get off on the porch, but we ain't buying nothing. You know what I mean? We used to sneak liquor into like Listerine bottles with food dye in it. Oh my gosh. Nah, bro. Go learn the travel game, and I promise you, you won't have to. When it's time to travel and create memories, which I recommend to everybody to do, it's only going to help your business. I'm telling you, it's only going to help your business. You won't have to do any of that budgeting stuff. Like, you'll be able to have a vacation the way you want to and just enjoy it. Not have to worry about money. Not have to worry about coming home and like, damn, here come, I got to take care of this credit card bill. So I definitely want to get into debt for it. but I definitely would figure out the travel game and let your points pay for it. But yeah, man, that was the first part of this trip. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the second part, and then we also have some tutorials coming up. So hopefully you guys enjoy this type of videos. Like I said, I'm traveling as much as I possibly can with the family, at least once a quarter. Maybe with the family, maybe with just my wife. Sometimes you gotta unplug from the kids as well, for your wife's sake especially. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I love y'all. See y'all in the next one.